Hi folks, today I'm going to coming with a new video, and in this video I am going to discuss about the global power equations and its changes. In recent years, the global power equations are rapidly shifting. Alliances like Quad and AUKUS are signaling the emergence of a new global geopolitical order. Quad, a strategic alliance between India, the US, Japan, and the Australia, and AUKUS is a defense pact between the US, UK, and Australia. These are aimed at countering growing in Chinese influence in the Indo-Pacific region. But how do these alignments affect global stability? With these alliances solidifying, a new power balance is emerging, especially as nations seek to secure their position in a rapidly changing world. So what we have to take from these changes happening around us? So India used to follow a non-alignment movement. India, once a staunch proponent of the movement, added so many people to its group and followed this non-alignment policy for a long time. Can India maintain its historical neutrality, or will the pressure of these new alliances force it to abandon its non-aligned status? India's growing cooperation with the US through the Quad and its deepening ties with regional partners like Japan and Australia suggest a shift in India's stance. In a world where the economic and security concerns are intertwined, can India afford to stay neutral, or is it time to embrace a more proactive global role? That is something India needs to think seriously. The US, when it comes to American standpoint, can it retain its superpower status? The United States, long considered the world's only superpower, faces challenges on multiple fronts. Economically, it is being rivaled by China. Militarily, Russia remains a persistent adversary despite its declining influence all over the world. As the world order transforms, America is working to sustain its global dominance. The question remains, can the US maintain the status as a single superpower, or will the rise of other nations challenge its leadership? That is something American leadership needs to think how it will revolve. Another area is Bangladesh, a crucial turning point for India. India rethinks its regional strategy. Bangladesh has become a critical player with its booming economy and strategic location. Bangladesh is at the center of South Asia's geopolitical landscape. For India, relationships are Bangladesh could either solidify its regional dominance or weaken its position if mishandled. How India manages its diplomatic and economic relations with Bangladesh may be key to ensuring its future as a regional power. The recent changes happened in the Bangladesh power or the presidency also influence that matter. At the same time, can Putin survive what is happening right now? The war in Ukraine has profound effects on Russia's standing in the world. As the conflict drags on, sanctions and military losses have isolated Russia, raising questions about President Putin's future. Historically, Russia has managed to weather such storms, but can it do this at this time? The Cold War era alliances that once propped up Russia are crumbling. Can Putin retain control, or will Russia face internal and external pressures that ultimately bring about the Russian downfall? At the same time, China's position is also a matter which needs to be considered. While Russia faces decline, China continues to rise. But what is China's ultimate goal? As the world's second largest economy and a growing military power, China's positioning itself as a global leader. Yet Beijing is walking on a tightrope. While expanding its influence through initiatives like the Belt and Road Initiative, China must balance its ambitions with the rising international scrutiny and the growing opposition from the West. Will China opt for a confrontation or cooperation on the world stage? If China comes for a confrontation on Taiwanese issue or something like that, is the world prepared? Now the US deep state, when we come to the US deep state, NATO and the future alliances, what will happen? Who decides the US policies? Behind the scenes, American global policy, the influence of the so-called deep state, cannot be ignored. The military-industrial complex, intelligence agencies, and other entities continue to shape American role in the global affairs. NATO, America's cornerstone alliance, remains vital for containing Russian influence and protecting power. But what about the other American allies? In a multipolar world, the US must strengthen its partnership to counter the rise of China and maintain its influence across Europe and Asia. How will America deep state and its network of allies navigate the challenge of the future? So when it comes to American deep state, it's not the president who comes to power for 4 or 8 years and decides these things. There is somebody else deciding it for America. The future of global power is on the shoulders of America. The world is on the brink of a new era. Old alliances are being tested, new partnerships are emerging, and the traditional power structure are shifting. The question remains, how will the world evolve and what role will each of these players take in shaping the future? So that is the questions I would like to put in front of you. How the world power dynamics will work in the future and what will be the outcome of America and its allies. With that, I'm stopping this video. Thank you.